Hey, this is Gordon, and this is day 3 of our Valhalla project Homestead Marathon exercise video series. And today we're going to talk about predators and why you as a combat veteran are uniquely suited to the homestead lifestyle. And welcome to Predator Central.
Say something so they'll move.
Turkeys! In a lot of ways, a lot of people have said this, that running a homestead is almost like being on a battlefield. And while it, in some cases, is an exaggeration, particularly for those of you who have already been downrange and have experienced combat, there are certain similarities, and we're going to talk a little bit about them today. There is an adrenaline rush associated with being in danger all the time and living on the edge. And while you don't get the intensity that you would be on a fob or a cop somewhere in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by bad guys, what you do get here on a homestead is your own collection of bad guys. And these are loosely known as predators. Everything from large to small, and a lot of these guys, for example, the raccoon, the skunk, the possum, the rats, those sorts of things, you'd find in an urban area. We also have some of the larger predators that you wouldn't see in an urban area, such as bobcat and bear. There are flying predators. We've got hawks, eagles, and owls at night. When you're in an area like this and you're on a homestead and you're into this, what you begin to realize is that and this is where the similarities to being downrange come in, is that downrange you are not only responsible for yourself, but you also assume the responsibility for your battle buddies, for those who are out with you. Here it's more of a dependency situation. In other words, these birds that you see running around and you hear, these lambs, the larger animals, the sheep, the goats, down to the rabbits, they're all vulnerable, particularly at night, because most predators are nocturnal. And so it's incumbent on you and us as homesteaders to figure out, okay, how best can we protect these things? And our first few months here, it was almost every night we were being hit by some of the most obnoxious type predators. Raccoon, for example, are terrible. They'll come in, they'll rip the guts out of a bird that you may have hatched from an egg and held in your hand and formed an emotional attachment to. Even though you know that ultimately that bird may be harvested one day, still you have that tie to it. And to see to have to go out in the morning and find that bird, which we have done on more than one occasion here, terribly maimed, in great pain, and then it's incumbent on you, the homesteader, to have to put that bird down, which is also an emotional experience. So basically, what we found here in homesteading, and what you'll find too, is that you do get a similar adrenaline rush and a sense and a mission of protectiveness over these birds and livestock, similar to what you've experienced in the past and what's been very meaningful to you. So you can find new meaning, renewed purpose when you come to a place like Valhalla, or ultimately if you start up one of your own, to give you a sense of balance that you may be missing in some of the what is considered by the general population normal civilian life. An important point to keep in mind, Valhalla project, as we've said on a couple of occasions, is 200 acres. Our footprint here, at best, is probably pushing 3 acres. That leaves about 197 plus acres for wildlife. So we're encouraging the wildlife. We love the wildlife. I mean, it's great to come here and see them. But at the same time, what we're doing is saying, okay, that's your 197 acres. These are our 3. We'll pretty much leave you alone, but you have to leave us alone too. And if you come in and intrude, then it's your bad, and that's when the active measures, as you might say, kick in. And those are the things we're going to talk about in a future video.